being a woman, don't take the easy route. They taught me how to clean properly the house myself. They taught me how to cook. I was making chicken and dumplings from scratch at 7 years old. Peeling potatoes. Making fresh string beans. Everything was fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandma, she was from Georgia. So she from the South. So everything was from scratch. With that being said, I just pretty much learned a lot from them. And I think if they didn't spend that much time with me or was around me and, taught me how to be a young lady into a woman, I'd probably be out here messed up.
Yeah, that's important. So basically, your mother and your grandma can be grounded, which is a good thing.
Definitely.
But I want to ask, what did your mother do for a living? Like, what was her job? What was her profession? Whatever.
Oh, she was an electronical engineer. She worked for a place called Technotron.
Okay.
And she used to build the motherboard of the computer, the circuit boards. She used to solder the little chips and stuff like that on there. And to break that story down, back then they didn't have it well together, so the chemical that they were using and made a lot of people sick. So they had to take care of people for the rest of their lives and their children until they died. So even though
that company ain't around no more.
No, they're not around. They're not around no more. But you can probably Google them and see it or whatever like that. I heard they had supposed to
probably changed the name.
Yeah, they supposed to have moved down south or something like that. But they took care of her. They took care of me. Well, until she passed away.
Oh, yeah. So the mother passed away.
Yeah.
For the listeners out there, what age did your mother pass away?
She passed away at 49.
49, and at that age, which is a truly young age, was your grandma still?
No, my grandmother had passed away a year and 2 months before her.
And how old was your grandma?
75.
That ain't,
no.
That ain't even.
But I'm gonna tell you what happened. Now I know what happened.
But before you get to that, what age was you when your mother died?
I was 25. I was 25, pregnant with my daughter. I was 6 months pregnant with my daughter. Her first grandchild. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about that? Not. I guess a lot of people they say I'm always talking controversial stuff, but what's interesting about what you're saying? You said you was pregnant with your daughter, your first child, 25, and I'm highlighting that because the era that we came up is because we pretty much like the same age.
Yeah.
So many teenage women was getting pregnant. You feel what I'm saying? I know some teenage females back then, they couldn't help it. Which, that's understood. I'm not throwing no shade to them. Because people got different upbringings. But I'm highlighting it because this is that foundation that you had was installed in you by your grandma and your mother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That you in your mid-20s, you're your first child. You know what I'm saying? And jokers is having a child at 13, 14. You know how it was coming up.
I know.
You know what I mean? And that's great. That's a plus. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it, like that. You know what I mean?
I know for sure. Yeah. I was more calm. I had more patience, and I had more understanding about life at that age. Especially with losing my grandma, because we was the three amigos, and we actually the Daily News actually did a topic on this. Like they called me up and did an interview with my mom and grandma.
Wow. And
because my mom, she was way out there in the community, doing like community service, doing volunteering for like drug abused women. She used to volunteer service over here at the Boys and Girls Club over here at Huntington Park, and I used to go there with her just to see, what she did or whatever, because it was open, and she just showed me, like, you know, whatever time you have on this earth, you can always do something positive. You know, you work, but it's people out here that actually could use a helping hand as well. And that's what you just sitting there and talking to them and letting them know, like, you know, life is going to get better. So, I mean, but to speak on why I was actually so late in having a child, because of what happened to me when I was a child. So at first, I really didn't want children. But God had a different path. Like, he had a different plan for me. Yeah, because my friends had children. But I was like, I'm good. I can't have children. Like, this world is crazy. Because, you know, like, I'm not wrapped too tight when it comes to protecting the ones I love. We just clear that up, you know. And I go full throttle. And I'm like, to bring a child in this world, you know what I'm saying? Not saying, like, I wasn't protected, but it's like some things you can't protect. But I will say that when my mom and them found out what happened to me, it went down, you know. So
yeah. Well, I ain't gonna get into that story.
No, you can if you want to. This is freelance if you want.
I ain't gonna get into that.
Okay.
But I would like to ask, what type of schooling did you have? Was it public school or private or Catholic school?
I went to.
Break it down from
pre-K on up. Okay,
well,
no problem.
Pre-K, but like elementary.
Oh, because I was, you know, I told you I got a memory like an elephant, dog. I told you that, Liz.
Yeah.
So pretty much pre-K, I was over here at Stanton over here at Stanton.
Yeah,
Stanton. You from West Philly? Excuse me. Yeah, I was
West Philly, born and raised.
Actually, you know what? Let me rewind back. It was at a church. I was doing pre-K, and then kindergarten I did Stanton. But then from there, I was enrolled into private school, and the name was St. Columbus, St. Columbus Corpus Christi, over here at 23rd and Lehigh.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's not a Catholic school.
It's a Catholic school. Yeah, Catholic school,
private.
And private, Catholic. It's private.
So, how long was you there at that camp?
For 8 years.
8 years. What was your experience like?
Okay. I
mean, we had previous talks about
we
that,
did.
But you ain't got, you know.
No, I'm not going to go too long on it or whatever, but I'm just going to say this, like, the education is great. The education is great. But at the same time, they have their own system of trying to intertwine with your mind as well and try to make you into something that you're probably not. Because when you're born into this world, everybody has their own destiny. Everybody has their own personality, how they are, their characters and stuff like that. So I experienced them trying to break me for who I am. A little bit of racism because of my complexion or whatever, and that was, you know, back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, so
you had all white.
Well, no, we had some Caucasian and some, you know, Afro American teachers. The ones that were Afro American, you know, of course they was trying to do what they can, what they was allowed or whatever. The Caucasian ones I'm sorry to say, they was wild. They was wild, and it was like they were trying to fight against the grain. I'm like, are you here to teach me, help me, or are you trying to break me down? So that was like a crazy experience, especially when you're young and you're learning. But like, I'll go back to saying, if I didn't have a strong mom and a strong grandma, I would probably be messed up. I know a lot of kids didn't make it all the way through the 8th grade because it was too much for them. But I must say, you gotta be a strong child to be in the Catholic school industry. You have to be, because if you weak, they're gonna crush you. I don't know how that sounds, but mentally you gotta be strong. You gotta know who you are going in kindergarten.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a shame because like I have my son in there now, and I see the same thing. But I'm like, you know what? This is a test. I want him to know this is how the world is. Yep. That's how the world is. If you go out here weak-minded, you're going to get crushed. You got to be strong-minded out here in the world, and that's how the Catholic school do you.
Yeah. Okay. So, that's Catholic school. You went there to 8th grade,
Yeah.
right? So now we're gonna get into those key years. High school.
Right.
Which high school did you go to?
Okay, after begging my mom, please, I need a break. Okay, I need a break. I just want to go to regular school, from Catholic school. I need a break. You know, I was on honor roll. I was a nerd, whatever, blah blah blah. I got this. I don't follow nobody. You taught me how to be a leader, not a follower, all that. I need a break. So she let me go to Dobbins. Morel Dobbins. You had to take a test to get in there. You know, I mean, the shops they had in there, they would lead you into your career. They would lead you into your career. So I was highly attracted to Dobbins after doing a tour there. You know, because, 8th grade, you start doing your tours to see what high school you want to go to.
That was one of mine, too.
Yeah.
So I know about that.
Oh, definitely. So I passed the test with flying colors. I didn't even have to take math. Because, with Catholic school, we was learning trigonometry in 6th and 7th grade.
Wow. Yeah, that Catholic school education is definitely it's worth it. Definitely, it's just all the extra stuff.
Yeah, that goes.
The hustling of, with tuition and fees, and Catholic school don't pay for shit.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? They be like, you owe us for that water. Your son, was starving and thirsty, but we gave him a water because we was expecting his parent to pay the bill. Pay for that water.
Wait a minute.
Like, y'all motherfuckers can't give a free water or milk.
Charge
to your account.
I didn't have to experience that because my mom, she actually volunteered up to the school as well. So she was in the yard watching us during recess. And she was in the lunchroom. So whatever spare time my mom had, and I know why she did so much, because she didn't know how long she was going to be on this earth with her condition. So now it's like, looking back, it's like, wow, now I know why she never really sat down. When she would go in the hospital and come out, she came out like a beast. Like, I gotta do what I gotta do. And she left that on me.
Yeah. So did you like your high school experience?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it because it was just like, I was in kindergarten again with the homework and stuff. Like, I was doing people homework easy. It was easy breezy. And I would charge. Yeah. That was my hustle. You want me to do your what? Oh, that'd be $5. But wait a minute, that'd be 10.
Hustler's ambition.
That's right. You gotta do. Listen, that's how I came up. I started little clubs on the block. Like, we gonna get this money. We gonna get to these amusement parks.
So you started clubs on the block?
Yeah, little clubs on the block.
Yeah.
We're not gonna sit out here on the porch or on the steps and not do nothing through the summer.
So Lady T was organizing.
Yeah. Washing cars,
groups and stuff to get to the amusement park.
To the amusement park.
I know that's right.
You damn right. Let's go wild skating rink. What was it back then? American
Damn, you taking it back?
Yeah, I want to go skating. I want to do things. Let's go let's go do that.
Yeah.
Let's just jump on the bus and just ride out somewhere. Get lost.
Yeah.
Or your bike. Bike rides.
A bike was like your car.
Your car. Yeah. You gonna get thirsty. You gonna want a snack. You gonna need something in your pockets, right? Yeah. Everybody wasn't fortunate because I was the only child. So, I was spoiled, but I wasn't spoiled because they would make me get the money up and then say, I just want to see what you gonna get it up and just give it to me. Yeah. And it made me appreciate things. Because if you always giving something, you're not gonna appreciate it. You're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna come, I can get it again. Or all I gotta do is ask and it come to me.
Yeah. So, did you fall to any type of peer pressure in high school? Were you the type that fall for?
What my peer pressure was? Not getting my ass beat by my mom or grandma. Okay?
Damn, I know that's right.
Because, listen, I was always told too, this is temporarily out there. You still gotta come in here with us. The roof over your head, we feed you, we clothe you. You know what I'm saying? So, you up here trying to impress them. When you leave them, they go home to wherever they go home to, and you gotta come home to us. And when I say, like, these two women was no joke. My mom was small frame, but I done seen her two-piece motherfuckers. What?
Dang.
You gonna respect me? She was no joke.
Yeah, so you get it honest.
I get honest.
You know what I'm saying?
Get it honest.
Yeah. So, okay. Got the high school years.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna venture on